Here is what the new expanded Aquarium of Niagara could look like by next spring. These pictures and plans released earlier today. Turner Construction Company will manage the $5 million project, which includes taking over and renovating the vacant Niagara Gorge Discovery Center. That site is about 500 feet away from the main building, right closer to the river and the gorge. So it will certainly have some pretty nice views, as you can see there. Joining me to talk about this now is Gary Siddall. He is the president and CEO of the Aquarium of Niagara. We appreciate you coming in. This is one of those spots in Western New York, such a tourist attraction, and now it seems like just the footprint is expanding. That's what really sticks out when you talk about the plans that you released earlier today. Tell us about that and how you got to this point.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you so much for having us. Of course, it's a great day when we get to talk about growing our footprint and growing into a campus. The aquarium's been around for over 50 years, and I think one of the things we've struggled with is our size and capacity. And this step forward is allowing us to really step into the limelight and establish ourselves as a key cultural destination for the community. So inside that space, we'll have about 15 new living exhibits. It's complemented with a new classroom space and an absolutely gorgeous rooftop for some events.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It really gives you two things: more space for those exhibits, and then also just those views and all the stuff there at the gorge. What do you think visitors, what will be their big takeaway? I know we're still, what, a year away from what's going to happen. You got to get through the construction and stuff, but
Absolutely.
people are looking forward to it.
You know, when you come into this space, we're going to be interpreting local and regional wildlife. And certainly, even from my own perspective, it broadens your horizons when you see what lives here in Western New York, both in the water and on the land around it. I think people are going to be really surprised to see the diversity of wildlife here in our region. And this site is going to be all about the Western New York region. But the great part about that is it'll free up our main building to continue to interpret all those diverse ecosystems. We're calling it water around the world. So we'll have this really great dichotomy between the two sites.
Yeah, and we're such a water community,
Yes.
right? So when you think of all the different wildlife exhibits you can have there. Talk to me about Niagara Falls. We always are discussing, you know, everything that they've got on the other side of the border and how important it is that we continue to grow Niagara Falls, New York. How do you see the aquarium fitting into that overall plan of bringing the falls, you know, back to this huge tourist destination that it should be?
Yeah, 100%. And we're so fortunate in this partnership. We have a strategic alliance that's been forged with the Niagara Falls State Park. And there are so many tremendous investments happening up there. So what we've done with this project is actually inserted ourselves directly into the state park, which is a tremendous asset. We don't see ourselves as competing with the natural wonder itself, but we see ourselves as the natural secondary partner because we're talking about the water as well. We just happen to be talking about what lives below the surface. But you're right, it's a water-based community, and we see our role in advancing that destination as a community and as a hub is so important, and we want to be a key player in that.
I've just got about 45 seconds left here, but you obviously have to go through the construction phase, right? What should people know who still, you know, they want to go visit, they want to know how this is going to impact?
Sure, you know, the main building's fully operational. You won't notice a thing different for the next year. As we're building out this site, you can still come to the main building. All of our regular programs are still running, so this is not going to disrupt the visitor experience, but we certainly hope you'll come and see us next spring.
Yeah, that's huge, right? Being able to do something like this, but then stay operational at the same time. That seems like a key. Gary Siddall is president and CEO of the Aquarium of Niagara. Thanks for coming in and explaining this. Best of luck to you. I know construction can be
Appreciate it.
a real pain.